A little different type of video today. You see, you're looking at my computer screen. This is what's currently on my monitor. It's the Samsung site, because I did that video the other day talking about how they have the enhanced trade. Well, there it is right there. Get up to $700 instant trade-in credit because they've brought back some respectable trade-in offers for the S23 Ultra. But there was something alarming that either I forgot or I just didn't realize in the first place. I talked briefly about how you need to be careful whether you were getting the 8 or 12 gig of RAM model. And a few people messaged me on that video and said that they wound up getting the 8 gig version and they're upset. So I talked to Samsung Chat about that. That's down here in the corner. I'm not going to maximize it because it has the person's name, but it was an absolutely ridiculous conversation that we're going to go over shortly. But the gist of it is, now a lot of this was masked at the beginning when the S23 Ultra first came out, because they were offering that, I guess, well, free, I'm putting free in air quotations, upgrade to the 12 gig 512 version of the S23 Ultra. And the 512, basically the storage, is what everybody focused on. So I kind of forgot that the 8 gig version existed, but I thought that there was a version that had 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, but there is not. There is not. So let's go. We're over here on Samsung. Let's say we want to buy an S23 Ultra. We go over here to mobile, click into that. The site is a mess, by the way. It just doesn't work well. Here's the S23 Ultra. It's going to boot up here. Then we go over, oh, here, it brings you right into buy. No messing around. And by default, by the way, oh, there he is right there on the bottom. By default, by the way, T-Mobile is listed here. So it doesn't ask me whether I want a T-Mobile, nothing. In fact, that conversation down in the lower left-hand corner that I had with the gentleman, the support person, asked me if I wanted to buy a Verizon one. So I don't know if it's just who pays the most on a certain day, whether Verizon gets the tech support people, the cheerleading that they do, and T-Mobile gets the people just going to the webpage. I have no idea. But look at this, what they're trying to set you up with the bill credits and all the rest of it. So you got to click unlocked and get out of that. Then you got to go down here and you got to say, no, I don't have a trade-in. You got to get down there. No, I don't want coverage on anything and anything like that, just to get to your number. And here you are, $1,200, basically $1,199 for the 256, 8 gigs of RAM. Show me where it says 8 gigs of RAM here. See, unlocked 256 green. You got the model number up here. You got reviews, of course, 4.8 out of 5. All the rest of it, and you go down to specs here. Let's see if we even get to, way down at the bottom, compare in specs. It's giving you just the S23 Ultra overall, and sure enough, there it is. You've got the 8 gig version highlighted with the 12 gig version, but these, the 256, 512, and 1 terabyte, are all just kind of lumped together. There's no association between the two, knowing which one you're getting. So you can go through this whole process here, select what you want, and then start clicking through and not have it listed anywhere how much RAM is in here. You want to know why? Because Samsung knows it's absolutely ridiculous to sell a $1,200 phone with 8 gigs of RAM. I do not. If you have to go to this version here, the $1,379 to get 12 gigs of RAM, that's nauseating. I want to throw up. Don't buy it. I'm annoyed. I don't care how good the phone is. That's stupid. That's stupid. And you want to know what it's like on other sites? Well, we got Google pulled up here. Right here. Overview. You want to buy? $749 right now, by the way. That's an excellent deal. I'll probably go over the Pixel 7 Pro at the end of the week. But compare tech specs? Well, you don't have a lot to compare with the memory and storage on the Google 7, the Pixel 7 Pro, because they all have 12 gigs of RAM for $749. Got to go over to OnePlus? Let's check that out. Well, right here, look at that. 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, and it's right here, both RAM. You want the 8 gig version? Fine, you could click on that and get the 8 gig version, but it's highlighted for you right here. No issues, okay? It's not hidden. But you want to know why? Because it's $699, they can do this, and they charge you $100 more and give you the 16 gig version. A lot of the performance, more RAM for a whole lot, heck of a less money. Okay? That is disgusting. And I know it's probably common knowledge and a bunch of people know it. Because of, like I said, that masking that they did at the beginning of the cycle when they had the free upgrade, the free RAM upgrade, that it was $1,200 for the 12 gig 512 version. That's disgusting to me now that they've gone back to this. I don't care if they give you $1 million for your Note 9. It's not worth that. It's not worth that. The fact that they could get away with, or even have the nerve to suggest that they could have a 256 gig, 8 gig of RAM phone that they're selling for $1,200. People like when I rant. It's not good. The doctor told me I had to get with the blood pressure. I got to keep it down. But that made me sick, and people were ordering it. So I want you to know that right away. And they hide it too. Don't give me any of this stuff. They hide it. They don't want you knowing that because they know how stupid it is. Oh, it's an 8 gig version. Yeah, well, I thought maybe there's another one with the whatever. And sometimes later in the year, you'll find them on Amazon. The ones they couldn't sell, they'll dump them out really cheap because they, for the most part, people don't know what they're getting. But this is it. And the guy in the tech support was like, well, it works perfectly fine. Oh, with 8 gigs, it's just fine. Yeah, okay, that's great. I'm sure it works perfectly fine. That's not the point. The point is you charge me $1,200. Okay. Just want people to know what they're getting. So I wanted to show off the joys of the Samsung site, which is a mess. It's like a casino. It's meant to be designed as a maze, so once you get in there, you can't find your way out. You spend all your money before you even know what happened. I don't know. Just buyer beware. Samsung's going down a road that we're going to talk about the Galaxy A54 pre-orders as well. But Samsung's going down a path where people like OnePlus with this kind of device, I don't want to hear about the OnePlus hate anymore. I don't care what it doesn't have that you whatever. This is competition. This is what it looks like. Okay? The Pixel 7 Pro, this is what it looks like. This is stupid. This is Roman Empire. This is you getting comfy. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.